Hello, I'm gonna talk about 12 Angry Men. I watched it last night. I actually watched some of this in history class, I think, English class, in ninth grade. No, it was English class. So we had finished the book. Actually, it was 10th, whatever, watched it in high school. And to learn about how the juries work. And it was, I only saw like half of it because it's not even that long ago movie, but I only saw half of it, get the gist of it all, and I loved it. What I saw, and it had Henry Fonda, who was incredible, and it also has Piglet, the voice of Piglet, and it has Jack Klugman, who I didn't recognize until they at the very end when they're like showing all the actors and they're like, this actor played this character, and so I didn't recognize him at all. And I don't really know anyone else, honestly. It has Lee J. Cobb, who was great. He played this angry guy and he was so good. Ed Begley played the racist guy, and I believe it was him. But yeah, it was very, very good. Henry Fonda, when he was alive, wasn't as appreciated as for acting as he is now. And it wasn't until he died, really, that people started recognizing that how good he was, which is unfortunate. But he was so good in this movie, like you would think he would be. I haven't seen too many of him, honestly. I've seen on Golden Pond. I watched it the day before I watched this. You watched it. It's one of my favorite movies ever. And I've seen The Lady Eve. And I've seen Totally Men. I really do need to see more. I'm pretty sure I've seen something else. I just don't know right now. But I also saw Once Upon a Time in the West. He was also in that, so I've seen that too. But he was just so good in this movie. When Henry Fonda was little, his dad took him to see a black man being hung for raping a white woman. You know, back in the day, that happened a lot, and I'm thinking most, if not all the time, that a black man was accused of that. It wasn't true. It was usually a white man who did it, but they just picked a black man at random to like take the blame for it. So yeah, and Henry Fonda, he went and saw this with his dad, and it really upset him a lot. He was really, really angry about what was going on. And so from then on, he vowed to never judge a person based on outward appearance or what background they had or anything like that. Just really gonna judge a person on the superficial thing that people judge others for sometimes. He was just gonna judge a person based on them as a person, as an individual person, if they were good or not. That's what he judged them on, and that's what I do too. I'm with that. So in this movie, I feel like that part of Henry Fonda just came out in this movie. Like his character was not convinced that this kid did anything wrong, and a lot of them were like using his background against him, the kid's background, and Henry's character was not into it. He was not about that at all, and you feel like that was Henry coming out in those moments where it's like he was so against any kind of prejudice and racism and just judgment and all around. He was just so against it. And that's one of the things I love about Henry Fonda. Like I just learned that like last year and I was researching him, and it just made me respect him so much more than I already did. Anytime I read an actor was good person, like he wasn't judgmental or racist or anything, because at the time the people were. It's refreshing to know that there were actors who were completely against it, like Gregory Peck as well, completely against all kinds of prejudice against people. And I love Henry Fonda so much, and he was such a good actor, and I love him. And yes, I know he had a ton of flaws, like anybody does, but he had a lot of them. But he was amazing, and we should be remembered as that. And his performance was amazing, and he should have won an Oscar. He didn't. He didn't win an Oscar until on Golden Pond, which I don't think he even got. Because he died 4 months later. So I don't really think he even got to get the award, but yeah, he should have gotten one for this. He should have gotten an Oscar for many movies that he didn't get one for, but yeah. But he was so good. Everyone was amazing. Even the jackasses, they were, the actors were amazing, and you got frustrated watching them act the way that they were acting. At the end was so and it's crazy because like they show them in this room, and they're in this room and they're arguing and they're fighting, they're developing some relationship, like some seem like friends and stuff, and at the end they just go all their own way, and it's kind of interesting, and it was just such a good movie. So yeah. Get 5 out of 5, 2 thumbs up. Everyone needs to watch this movie because all of it is wonderful. And Alice Gonna has Piglet, so you should watch. So yeah, that is all. Goodbye.